I thought, how perfect, how perfect. A very dear friend of mine in India has got so many projects going, working with young people and adults and young business people to learn to put expression and vocal variety and gestures into their speaking. And she asked me in particular if I could help out. Well, this gave me this time. It is Coach Sandra, the compassionate queen of straight talk. So happy to be back on stage here and looking forward to your comments, of course. I'm going to talk today about a turtle race. And the reason I'm going to talk about a turtle race, because first off, with getting my book almost to print now, I've stirred up so many old memories that I thought this is just the perfect one. Many decades ago, when I actually taught grade 3 in Canada, grade 3 would be kind of 8, 9, 10. We'll call them 8-year-olds for now. And they were a handful. Like I had 40 children in the classroom. But I never forgot the wonderful fun we had. I apparently was well ahead of my time because I would approach the curriculum in a different way. For science, we could go outdoors in the nice weather. And in the snow, we could go and play as well. But I wanted to bring in the science, and I wanted to bring in mathematics, the arithmetic, with some measuring that we were working on. And storytelling, of course. If you have an experience, now you get to write your story. That was how I taught. I had all of the curriculum feeding together in its own way, even though we had to work on specific curriculum areas. What is my hope today is that you will hear the different varieties of communication style coming through, which for right now would be setting the stage, a little instructive, you'll notice the feeling. And as we move through, you'll hear me bringing in a story, and you'll get to see how does that change what's happening. So yes, look at me critically. You can critique, you can enjoy, notice what you like and what you don't care for. Because anything I do that you don't like, you're probably doing it or afraid of doing it yourself. And that's how we learn. I think it's critical. So here we go. The turtle race and the cheers. When I taught grade 3, my class and I planned to do something together that we would never forget. A turtle race. We had an area, we were a rural country school, if you will, in a little town. And some distance off was a lovely little creek with the water rippling over the stones. And we would go there sometimes for observation and collect information for our science classes. And today we went because we knew there were all kinds of little turtles, little turtles. They would call them painted turtles, little paint turtles. They were so cute. So we made our plans. We thought we'll have a turtle race. And where are we going to get the turtles? Well, there's lots of them at the creek. So we took a walk to the creek. And each child, one turtle per child, they looked around and they waded into the water and they picked out their turtle and brought the turtle back to the school. And each one had to put a number on their little turtle so it would match. We had planned a day before, so that when the turtles came back, we were set up and ready to roll. There we were, walking, one turtle per child. It was so exciting as they would look and they would try and find the fastest. Oh, that one's always in trouble when one little boy would say, I'm going to get that one. And the next little girl saying, oh, this one is so pretty. So they chose their turtles and brought them back very carefully to the school. Now we had to set out a big rope for the big circle in the grass. And then we had to have a little circle in the middle. And we would put maybe 3 or 4 turtles in there at a time. So we were all separated out into teams. And those 3 or 4 turtles would go in that center circle. And when it was ready, we would lift up that center circle and let the race begin. The ones that own those turtles would say, come on, come on, come on. Oh, no, turn around, go back. Oh, come on. And they'd try and get them going. Yes, you're almost there. Oh, you can't stop and sleep now. Stop it. Well, the faces and the hands and the excitement and the cheers were just crazy. The ones that had the turtles, they were up close, but all the others were around making noises and cheering. It was so exciting, so disappointing, so surprising. And as we finished each of those races, they had to get their tape measures out and measure how far their turtle had gone. We had to declare whose turtle had gone over the line. And when we had done all of the class, then the winning from each of those circles had to go again. They were so ecstatic. I had made homemade fudge the night before for the winners, and my children always liked my homemade chocolate candy, and that's what I made. So I had the winning prizes ready to go, and one for the one that lost as well, because all of us put so much work in it. And then, of course, there was one for everyone to share, so we got a treat. So as you listen to the story, and you could imagine the children with their turtles, and yes, we did walk them back and let them back into the water. But as you listen to that story, were you in the story? Were you cheering along? Could you see those little turtles racing? Could you see the children so excited? I wonder, did you notice how my voice went up and down, up and down? It was loud, it was so cheering, and then, oh no, it got so quiet. Sometimes it went really fast, and sometimes it, with a pause. That's what you do to bring a story. And even if you have serious topics, serious stories, there's always a chance to build a little story inside there of something that surprised you about it. Now, I was also asked to take a few minutes and just talk about some exercises. How do you warm your voice up? Me, I like to talk. But when you first get up in the morning, and I'm by myself, so I have no one to talk to. If I have an early meeting and I need to warm my voice up, first off, I have a warm drink. For me, it's probably my morning coffee. And I have a little humming that I do because I like to be happy. So it's normal for me just to while I'm doing my work. And even for those who think they can't sing, you can. We can all sing. We can all make noises. We want our voices to go up, just like in a song. We want them to go down into the mystery like a mystery story. And sometimes we need them just to be factual, where I talk about when I taught grade 3. So there's not too much going there, although you can hear my passion. You can hear my distinct choosing of the words, if you will. All of these things make you real. So think about music as a nice, easy way to think of it. And if we're singing, every little cell in my body is happy, every little cell in my body is well. You can see how it goes. That's what you want to work into when you're raising your voice. Oh, but I can remember that happening. I really get so much enjoyment out of remembering the turtle races. I see the faces on the children. when they were so excited, so happy, and then so sad as their turtle would maybe lose. You see where I'm going with this? Up and down, loud and quiet, fast and slow. Sometimes just humming to warm up my voice. And just take a silly little children's song. The one I was using was from COVID, when everybody was worried about getting COVID. And we had to remember to talk to our bodies. You see, I'm kind of giving you a secret here. You can hear the difference in the voice. When you're getting that secret and getting that advice, that the magic of talking to our bodies. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. That was assuring my body that I'm fine. I don't need to have COVID. I don't need to take it into me. And then I was in Uganda at the time, and I was living with a family, and there were 2 younger ones and 2 older children, and the mother and the father and myself. And we learned that song while I was there. It's an old tune. And then the children, they got thinking, that is so much fun. And pretty soon they were dancing to it. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. So you can do all kinds of things. I know. She asked me not to do singing, but it's such a wonderful way to warm up your voice. And everybody has a song that they like and that they like to move to. And that moving as well gets your blood flowing and gets your muscles relaxed so that you can drop your shoulders and be you. You don't have to sing. You really don't have to sing. But more of that movement relaxes you, and then you forget others are there. You forget that you're on stage, and you just enjoy mixing with your audience, with, not at. We're always having a conversation. Even if you're the only voice that's going out, we're actually having a communication, a conversation with our audience. Your voice is good. It's so useful. And I want to tell you that when you play with your voice, people listen. I do hope that this little lesson has been useful, informative, and that you will play along and do the same yourself. Have a great day, everyone.